Hi, this is Mike from Mike's Unboxing Reviews and How To, and on today's video we're taking a look at reasons why your Apple iWatch just doesn't want to charge. Keep watching to find out more. Okay, so in today's video we're taking a look at reasons why your Apple iWatch isn't charging. Now some of you may be finding that when you put your watch actually on the charger, such as this, the magnetic charger, it either does absolutely nothing or potentially you'll see a red marker. Normally you'd see a green kind of lightning arrow to say that it's charging, and potentially you'll see the circle around the outside giving you a level of charge. But if the charging system isn't working properly, then you'll see the red lightning arrow. Now that means a couple of things. Most likely it's going to be down to connectivity issues. So let's take a look at those first of all. So when we're looking at connectivity, because this is effectively a wireless charging system, it relies on a close proximity. So if there is a buildup of grease or debris on the actual charging plate here, or actually on the rear of the watch face, just here where the two meet up, and you'll notice that that is actually convex, whereas that is concave, and the two are designed to fit snugly together. So if there's any dirt or debris in between there, it kind of creates an isolating sandwich, which is something you don't want. So if we have got that kind of problem, then ideally you want to clean it. Now you can just do it very simply, just by using something like a microfiber and just wiping around the outside edges, and generally that will do absolutely fine. Do that on both sides, so do it on your watch and also do it on the charging side. So that is the concave section. The other side will be flat. So don't worry about the flat side, it's only the concave side you want to look at. So you can just give it a wipe over, and in theory, in most cases, that should do it. Generally, you will get a buildup of grease on this. When you're charging your watch on a daily basis, chances are you're picking up this section, you've got grease on your hands, and over time it will build up. So that generally should do it. Now if it doesn't do it, there's other things you can take a look at. So one of the things which is often a problem is the charging plug. So here in the UK we use a 3-pin 13 amp style plug, and this is the default Apple charger. This one is 5 volts 1 amp. You can get ones which are higher amperage, but 1 amp is absolutely fine. Anything below 1 amp, so if you're using a custom charger or a non-original charger, just make sure that you take a look on the underside there and just see what the readout is. If it's less than 1 amp, then you probably will experience problems with the charging mechanism because it's not getting enough amperage. Also, you can check whilst you're at it, make sure that the USB prongs inside of here, where the USB type A plug actually attaches in, make sure that none of the prongs are actually bent or damaged. Again, if you want to, you can get a toothbrush or a brush or a cotton bud, make sure it's all turned off, and just gently clean around the prongs just to make sure there's no grease or debris attached on there. Of course, if you want to, you can use an air duster, that sort of thing, just in case there's dust inside the plugs. Another thing you can check is the actual cable itself. Now often these, because they're plugged into a wall socket somewhere, they can get bent, and as you can see, this one has already started to develop some of a kink. So just take a close inspection of the cable, make sure it's not broken, damaged, and it doesn't seem to be loose in the actual holder. Again, I would strongly recommend get an MFI cable, which is made for iPhone. Those are certified to work with Apple products. If you bought a cheaper one, possibly on Amazon, eBay, Alibaba Express, or local shop, etc., I would check that first of all. That is going to be potentially an issue. These are very precise instruments, and really you should go with the MFI version if at all possible. I'll put links for all these bits and pieces in the video description below, so if you're not sure if you have got the right one or not, you can purchase a new one and hopefully save yourself having to buy a new Apple Watch. So that's some of the basics out of the way. Obviously other things you can do if you're not entirely sure if you're getting enough grease actually off the charging prongs or the charging points themselves. You can use specific cleaners. Now I use this quite often. This is Ambersteel's Universal Screen Cleaner. This is plastic safe. Really it's designed for TFT screens and flat panel screens, but you can use it as a general purpose cleaner. It's not very harsh, but it's also food safe, etc. So you can use it on the watch and it's not going to be harmful to your skin, all that kind of stuff. So potentially you can use that. If for some reason you don't have anything like that lying around at home, you can also use things like dash and display cleaners for cars. Again, I'll link all this stuff in the video description so you can pick it up. This one's very good. It has a what they call matte finish, and it's got quite a high alcohol content, which is very good for cleaning purposes, especially for degreasing. If you don't have those, then you can just go upstairs and go to your bedroom cabinet, and I'm sure you've got some aftershave somewhere that you don't particularly like or don't want. Obviously perfumes as well, it works in both ways. Basically get a perfume with a high alcohol content, and you can actually use that as a cleaning agent. So all you'd need to do is to grab the charging plate, obviously make sure it isn't plugged in just in case, and just give it a very light spritz, and then you can use a microfiber cloth or some other type of absorbent material to clean off the residue. And a side effect of it is it actually smells quite nice too. If for some reason none of this has worked so far, then this is going to be the real savior. So with your Apple Watch, you'll probably find there's lots of applications running, and if you press the side button, you can go in, and once you've unlocked it, you can then see which apps are running. Now I've actually just done a factory reset on this one, so there's no apps running, but if there are apps running, you can just swipe across, click on the red X and close down all your apps. Now the Apple Watch has got a very unusual feature, whereas it will actually allow you to run more apps than the device is actually capable of running, which often means that it's going to use more power than you can actually put into it. So if you've got an absolute ton of apps running on your watch, then you might find that you're actually using more power than is actually available through the wireless charging mechanism. So it doesn't matter how long you leave it on charge, it's always going to be discharging faster than it's charging. Again, this will give you the red exclamation mark or the red lightning arrow on your charging screen. So closing down apps is a really good way, and also obviously is going to be very helpful. If you find your watch is actually in an unresponsive state, what you can do is do a full reset or a hard reset. This won't erase your data, it will just make the system shut down and reboot itself a clean way. All you need to do, the two buttons on the side, so you've got one button there and also the crown button, just press and hold them and keep them held in until you see the Apple logo come up on the screen, which you'll be seeing from some footage I recorded earlier. When it comes up to the Apple logo on the screen, let go of both the buttons, and then you just have to play the waiting game. Now in real time, it takes roughly about 2.5 minutes for the watch to fully reboot, which seems like it's taken forever. Eventually it will do it. But obviously do be patient and don't panic, it will come back to life eventually. Once the watch has come back, you'll see the screen, you can log in, put in your passcode, and you should find then again, if there was any applications which were overrunning or causing the watch to actually use too much power, those will be terminated and you should find the watch charging absolutely perfectly. So there we go, there's some tips and tricks on how to get your Apple Watch charging again if you're having problems with the red exclamation mark or the red lightning mark, or just it taking a long time to charge. And hopefully this video has been useful to you. If it has, hit that like button, and also if you've got any comments or questions, please do put them in the comments section below. If you're new to the channel and you've not been here before, then please do subscribe, and we'll catch you in the very next video. So I've been Mike, this is Mike's Unboxing Reviews and How To, and hopefully we'll catch you in the very next video. Thanks for watching.